Does sexism exist in skateboarding?
Definitely.
Yes, yes.
I've been just encountering it my whole life. It shows up in different ways though, for sure. Everything from inclusion, exclusion to objectifying women and also, I would say suppressing women in a way where whether it was kind of obvious or not obvious, there just wasn't really a space for women.
Everywhere, like from the way people talk or the way that they say things or suggest things to people. Or I guess guys, cis guys at the skate park, like even when they're trying to encourage each other or like push them to do something, it's like saying, you know, stuff like, oh, don't be a girl, don't be a this or that, which is like, you know, sexism and stuff that's like sexist and misogynistic. Or like, even when like, you know, sometimes guys will be like, oh, well that's okay, like most guys can't even do that. And then it's like, okay, well, are you saying that if most guys can't even do that, then like, why would a girl be able to? So it's like a lot more in depth too, just like the way they think. And
I saw it in a meme the other day. It's like anytime a girl is depicted on a skateboard anywhere, she's like super sexualized or she's like being made fun of or something. And that's like girls, trans people, just anybody that's not just your average like skater dude.
Just growing up, skating, opening up Thrasher, Transworld, or the Skateboard Mag, any of them, it was really hard for me to find women in them. And if I did, it was like a Hubble Wheel ad where a girl was like holding a skateboard like this over her boobs or something. So they were either like naked or sexualized in some way. There wasn't really the representation of women that I wanted to see. So that's probably the biggest thing. And even though now today, like there's skateboarders like Nora, there's skateboarders like Lacey, Jen Soto, Mariah Duran, these skaters that are getting out there more, they're still not getting the same opportunities that men get. It's still really hard to make it, to create a career. And it's starting, the ball is rolling, but it kind of seems like brands are just sort of looking at each other like, oh, like we need a Nora, or oh, we need a rider like Lacey, and they're just kind of doing what other brands are doing.
You have examples where for a long time, like, and still to this day actually, you know, professional male and female skaters were paid differently. So men, you know, historically have been paid a lot more or gotten even paid, period. Whereas women maybe either got paid less or didn't get paid at all. So maybe if there was, you know, a female skater, a company might flow her products, but not actually put her on contract. And then I think with events like contests and stuff, historically, there's been a big gap in the prize purse. So it's the same contest, men and women, you know, but they're doing the same job, same course, everything. And, you know, the men's first place winner will make a lot more than the women. I can give you actually a very specific example. In 2006, I believe, for X Games, this is back when they had men's vert and women's vert. The first place winner on the men's side, the gold medalist for X Games vert, took home $50,000, and Cara Beth Burnside, who was the female vert winner, her prize check was $2,000. So it was like a big, big gap. Although since then, thanks to the work of the Alliance, and which is now has evolved into the Women's Skateboarding Alliance, they were able to actually basically hold X Games to account and say, hey, like, you know, we think this is a little bit unfair. And over time, I think since 2006, it took them about 3 or 4 years, but ESPN X Games announced equal prize pay for skateboarding in all the X Games categories.
Both, I think. I think it's given a lot of visibility to you know, non-male skaters and female skaters and women skaters, and I think that it has, yeah, with that and that visibility helps obviously and is empowering for a lot of people. But with that comes like the reactionary side of people seeing that and being intimidated by it and being like, what the fuck, like, you know, I learned this trick like 10 years ago, but I'm like not getting the same like glow up as this person, and like blah blah blah. And it's like that people just don't really understand like that there hasn't been the same access and inclusion to skateboarding as has been with other people.
Probably like both, I guess, because I kind of got into skateboarding because I saw people, or like, you know, people that weren't just straight guys skateboarding or trying new things, and it looks like a lot of fun. And so also it's a way to just kind of like influence and inspire other people like that. And but also it gives, just like social, I mean, just like a lot of things, it gives room for people to spread hate and make fun and stuff like that. So I think that it has its ups and it has its downs, but personally I think for the most part it's cool and it's good.
I definitely feel like social media is created a new playing field for skateboarding. So in the past, the gatekeepers of skateboarding were the filmers, the photographers, and the magazine editors, right? If you weren't in with them, you weren't going to get your photo in a magazine. If you didn't have a filmer that was doing something cool, you weren't going to get clips in a video that would get seen. So there's small examples of women that have sort of made it through that gate in the past. So like Alexis Sablone, for instance, was in the PJ Ladd video. Alyssa Steamer was in, you know, the Toy Machine video, bootleg video, was in the mags, you know, seldomly, but still kind of had that in. But by and large, women were definitely super excluded. But now, with social media, everyone can just upload their own content, same with like YouTube. But Instagram is just so accessible, and so that platform really has lended itself to girls creating hashtags to support each other. So there's hashtags like Girls Shred or Ladies of Shred, Skate Like a Girl, and girls are hashtagging that and then finding other girl skaters from around the world and creating an online community, which isn't the same as like an in-person community. That's, you know, and that's starting to happen as girl skate crews kind of in every city, but it really started to feel a little bit easier to be a woman skater and less scary, and you started to feel a little bit more empowered when you started to get your identity affirmed by seeing other people that look like you skating and doing similar tricks, or tricks that are harder or easier, whatever it was, but just seeing girls out there that look like you, that you could relate to in different ways. I definitely think empowered women, and it kept girls skating. So in the past, like when I was in high school, I contemplated quitting skateboarding all the time because I was just alone in my garage. And the reason why I was alone in my garage was because when I went down to the skate park, I got bullied. I got made fun of, and it was definitely specific to my gender. And so I just opted to skate by myself. And like, I definitely wanted to quit skating, but when I went on the internet and Googled like women skateboarding and found the Side Project, which is like one of the first women's skateboarding websites, that totally, I was like, no, I'm not quitting skating. Like, I'm so stoked to skate. Like, I love skating. Look at all these other girls ripping. So that was my small like example of finding girls on the internet and that empowering and inspiring me. And I feel like it's the same today. Like, I can open my phone and see, you know, girls from all over the world ripping, and I'll see a girl learn 360 shoves, and then I'll go skate and be like, I want to learn that. So it's definitely really inspiring to see other women, and it's definitely creating more of a community worldwide.
That is a great question.
That is a great question.
Just treat people with respect. That is like the biggest.
Equality.
Yeah.
Equality, basically.
Yeah,
We're girls that want to skate. That's it. I mean, we have the same passion.
we're just having fun.
Yeah.
Like, we're really having fun.
We're doing what you're doing, so it's, you know, you just gotta be equal, I guess.
Just treat us all the same. That's it. Like, don't play. Girls just want to have fun. Don't make comments. Don't assume that we don't know what we're doing or that we want help. Just literally treat us the same. Like, hey, what's up? Glad you're here. You want to work on this trick? It's not that hard. Just do better.
You want to get in the shot?
Not with this guy. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kid.
Sexism, it's a bad thing in the world.
What did you say? Skate the patriot. What was the word?
Dethrone the bros. They're bad.
They're not good.